Hello and welcome to another Modern Horizons 3 draft. I'm Paul Cheon, and today we are sitting at Diamond 4. Now, I know we've drafted Eldrazi quite a few times because, well, Eldrazi does seem to be the best archetype in the format, and also we opened a Kozilek in the last one. But maybe in this coming draft, we can do something a little bit different. Before we head into this draft, I did want to say that this video does have a sponsor. That sponsor is HeavyPlay. HeavyPlay.com/paulcheon to get 10% off your next order. HeavyPlay.com is a place you can go to for premium Magic the Gathering accessories, deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, and dice boxes. There's a lot to check out. The link again in the description below. All right, let's hop in and open another Mythic? Make it 2 for 2? Alrighty. Hopping in. Ripples of Undeath. 2 mana. I've rated this card before. I just feel like it's a little bit too slow and it's a pretty big cost. You need to activate this twice to be able to get some value out of it, and you're paying 6 life to do so. So I think that's a little bit too much. Taking a look at the uncommons, we have Voltstorm Angel, which is fantastic. 5 mana for a 4/4 flyer that gives you 3 energy, and then you can pay the energy to give this Vigilance and Lifelink, or you can give other creatures +1/+1 until end of turn. I think this is likely going to be my pick. It's a non-teamer card, which makes it more likely that I'm going to end up being a non-Eldrazi deck, so that's what I want to take. Sink into Stupor is a fine spell land. Brain Surge is okay. Among the commons, there's Wither and Bloom, which is a premium removal spell. Eldrazi Repurposer, which is a really, really solid creature in the green Eldrazi deck. So those are the 2 best commons in here. Nothing wrong with Ether Spike, Skoa Ember Mage, Cranial Ram, and Nyxborn Unicorn. I mean, there's just a lot of playable cards here, but I'm going to take the Voltstorm Angel. Nice creature all by itself, and a really good energy payoff. Moving on to this pack, we have Ophiomancer, which is pretty nice. Now, I will say, not the biggest fan of black-white as a color combination. I just feel like it's too easy to go over the top with all the Eldrazi decks that exist. So this is a good card, but I might avoid taking this card. I do love me a Glasswing Grace, though. This is fine in a white deck. It acts as a land, but also in the late game, you can use this to kind of fly over to get in for the final few points of damage. So I think it's very likely that it take the Glasswing Grace. As far as commons go, Cyclops Superconductor is nice in the energy deck. If I end up maybe a teamer energy deck, this card could be fine. But following up the Angel, the Glasswing Grace does seem pretty nice. Horrific Assault is a really, really good removal spell. And that's something that you could also consider taking. But I like just following up the Voltstorm Angel here with the Glasswing Grace. But a lot of good options. Horrific Assault, Ophiomancer, perfectly fine considerations here. But let's go ahead and take the spell land and see what's available in this pack. Well, no shortage of good Eldrazi here, right? We have Wayscape Battle Mage. This card's amazing. For colorless and 4 mana, you can bounce something. Writhing Chrysalis is the mythic common of the set. This is also incredible. And Eldrazi Repurposer is also very, very good. Now, if I want to be a counter synergy deck, Cursed Wombat is a nice signpost uncommon. But given that I have the Voltstorm Angel, that's probably not the direction I want to go. So for me, I am looking at Proud Pack Rhino as a way to either put a shield counter on something or proliferate, or the Conduit Goblin, which is a nice card in a red-white aggressive energy deck. So what do I want between the two? I think I'm going to take the 2-drop here. I'm going to try the Conduit Goblin. And like I said, I want to try this out because I just feel like in order to beat down on all the really top-end great Eldrazi decks, you really need to kind of curve out and beat people down. So I'm going to value taking the 2-drop there over the 3-mana card, even though I know that there's a chance I could end up in black-white or any other color combination. Now, we'll take the Conduit Goblin and see what happens. Here, there's Reiterating Bolt. This is one of the better energy payoff cards in the entire set. By itself, it's 2 mana, deal 3 damage to something, but every 3 energy, you can pay to deal 3 more damage to something. So this is an amazing card. Furnace Hellkite is certainly very good if you're looking to be Affinity. Wither and Bloom is a great removal spell. Tuned Narrative is also a very, very good energy card. And of course, the mythic common of the set, another copy of Writhing Chrysalis. But we've done the Eldrazi thing. Let's take the Reiterating Bolt and see if we can end up here in potentially a really sweet red-white aggressive energy deck. And now we have this pack. This land doesn't give us red or white mana, so I'm not too interested in that. Red-white doesn't really care about colorless cards. So what else do we have? Now, we could end up being some kind of Jeskai energy deck, and I'm really going to focus on the energy cards here. There's another Cursed Wombat, but that's really far removed from what we have so far right now in red and white. So let's just take the Electrozoa and just take all the energy cards and kind of see where things go with that. If it says energy on it, I want it. Let's just put it that way. Here we have, we are seeing a lot of affinity cards, Ethereum Terramander and another Cranial Ram. So those are fine options. There's an Expel the Unworthy, which is an okay removal spell. It's a little bit slow. They gain life, and red-white tends to be a little aggressive, so not something that I necessarily know that I want in my deck. So I might just take a land that gets a red or white land here, just because it's kind of like an Evolving Wilds, right? And it helps fix my mana. Yeah, let's go ahead and take the Sheltering Landscape here. Just as a way, if it was red, white, blue, that would be ideal, but I'm still going to take this and see if we can draft a sweet energy deck. Here, Party Thrasher looks really interesting. 2 mana for a 1/4. And at the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, you can discard a card. If you do, you exile the top 2 cards, and you may play one of them. And cards you have from exile have Convoke. So I think that's also pretty interesting. That's another Cranial Ram. Yes, I know. I could have drafted artifacts, but it's fine. I think I'm going to take the Party Thrasher here over the Ether Spike. And move on. Great blue-black draw cards payoff here in Mindless Conscription. Wing It is a pretty good combat trick. But I think I might just take Angel of the Realm. This is a plane cycler, so it does give you planes that you need. And then in the late game, this is just a giant flyer that can win the game by itself. I do think I want to take it over a Wing It. This is a little more replaceable. I do think the card's good. I just feel like I can get a copy of it later if I want. And yeah, this is looking okay. Red, white, it looks like. Here we have Expel the Unworthy versus Nyx Horn Unicorn and Skoa Embermage. This thing costs 6 mana. I do want to keep my curve kind of low, so I will take the Nyxborn Unicorn just because I think it's the most aggressively slanted card out of this pack. And now we have this pack. There's Rose-Caught Knight, which is a little bit better if you're trying to grind people out, but I'm more interested in beating people down and killing them before they can stabilize. So let's take the Solstice Zealot. Hopefully we can find enough ways to generate a lot of energy where this can just permanently tap things down. So let's take... Basically, if it says energy, I'm going to take it, all right? Here we have Rush of Inspiration versus Proud Pack Rhino. That's really interesting. This is a red-blue dual land that I can cast to draw me cards, or I can take Proud Pack Rhino. I think this card is just fine. Yeah, it's a 3-mana 3/3 that can generate me 1 energy, but I'd much rather have a spell land here, especially because I think there's a decent chance we could potentially splash blue. And even if I don't, it's still a card that acts as a spell land. Here I'll take a Jolted Awake. This gives me 2 energy, it cycles, it gets something back. I do think this card can also have some value. Gonna take a Mog Mob, but can't cast it really, triple red, so I'm gonna put it in my sideboard. Electrozoa is certainly not a card that I want to splash, so I'll just kind of have it here on the sideboard, but probably not gonna play it. Here, probably gonna take the Fanged Flames as just a really nice, efficient removal spell. There is Mandibular Kite, which is a nice little aggressive artifact, but I'm kind of light on interaction, and I do want to be able to kill some things. So Fanged Flame seems good here. Ral and Implicit Maze is better for the late game, but I think I'd rather have a Fanged Flames in this type of deck. Thraben Charm is also a decent removal spell, but I do think the Fanged Flames is better. Thraben Charm can potentially deal more damage, but you need 3 creatures in play to do so. And so for that reason... yeah, let's go ahead and take the Fanged Flames here. Or for those reasons, rather. Wow, Nadu. We've been seeing this a lot, but I don't think I'm going to take it here, obviously, because we're looking to be red-white. But it's very good. Twisted Riddle Keeper is also phenomenal, but we can't play that either. So for us, what do we want? Well, we have some energy cards. There's the Phyrexian Ironworks. Whenever you attack, you get an energy. Pay 3 energy, and you get a 3/3 Golem. That seems pretty nice. There's also a spell land here. It's just a land that acts as a way to get in the final few points of damage, which is pretty nice. And there's also an Inspired Inventor, which is a 3-mana 2/2 that can get me 3 energy, or make a servo, or get a +1/+1 counter. But I haven't drafted the energy deck very much yet, but this looks to be an aggressively slanted energy deck, and I feel like Phyrexian Ironworks is probably going to be pretty good here. So I will take this, but I wouldn't be surprised if maybe this is too slow, and if Sundering Eruption is just great, or the Inspired Inventor is the pick. But we will take the Phyrexian Ironworks, because right now, if it says energy, I want it in my deck. Here, this is interesting. I have not played with Static Prison, and I don't know how good it is. It temporarily kills something. Conduit Goblin is also just great. 2 mana, 2/2 energy. Anytime I play something, I can give it haste. It eats an energy. Inspired Inventor is also good, but I do feel like I'd rather just prioritize having as many 2-drops as possible. So I think I'm going to take the Conduit Goblin here. I have a couple of removal spells, and I just want to make sure that I have my cheap cards covered. But Static Prison could be really awesome as well. Huh. It kills big things. You know what? I'll try this. I'll try the Static Prison. I'll try the Static Prison, okay? Let's try it and see how it does, because it kills anything. Here I'm going to slam Scurry of Gremlins. I think this card is amazing. If you curve out nicely, it basically generates you 4 energy. It's kind of like Imidane's Recruiter in some ways. So I think this card is very nice. Not as good, but still very solid. Area Auxiliary is also fantastic, and Hexgold Slith is also a very, very good aggressive creature in the red-white deck. So it does seem very open on this side, but I think Scurry of Gremlins is a cut above. Arena of Glory is also interesting. It can give my things haste, but this can also give haste, and it gives me a lot of energy. Let's grab it. All right, Kali of the Vast. I do have 2 angels, but it requires me to get black mana. When Kali of the Vast attacks an opponent, I can put an angel from my hand onto the battlefield. Well, don't think I'm going to be doing that here. Here we have the option between Dog Umbra and Smelted Chargebug. This is a 2-drop that gets me 2 energy, or this is just a 2-mana removal spell. Given that I took Static Prism, Fanged Flames, and Reiterating Bolt, I don't think I need the Dog Umbra. I think I just need more creatures, particularly because I also have the Scurry of Gremlins. So let's just try to curve out here and play take the Smelted Chargebug here instead. And now we have the option between, well, can't take this. This is a great energy producer. This is also a great energy producer, but this looks like it wants to just be straight 2 colors if I can help it. So I think I'd rather just take a red or white card. I can either take Wing It or Skoa Embermage. This is kind of expensive. So I think I'm just going to take Wing It here as just a nice cheap way to potentially close out games, and also just as a nice cheap effective combat trick. We have 6 spells now, so I'm really going to just continue focusing on creatures. I will take a Thriving Skyclaw. It's fine, not insane. And Charitable Levy is unplayable. Distinguished Conjurer is certainly not the type of card that you want for this deck. So Emissary of Soulfire on the splash, or Thraben Charm. Like I said, I'm not really interested in splashing blue. I don't think. So let's just take a Thraben Charm here. I just feel like for aggressive decks, you really just want to stay low to the ground and just play a 2-color deck and not try to get too cute playing 3 colors. Very, very happy that Mandibular Kite tabled. Just a nice, cheap, aggressive card to play. Now we have this pack. Nothing is playable here, so I'll just take a rare. Oh my gosh. Conduit Goblin and Inspired Inventor out of this pack. I'll take the Conduit Goblin. Just when in doubt, take the cheaper card, I feel like. Although 3 energy is pretty good, but 3 mana for 2/2 that makes 3 energy seems significantly worse than a 2 mana 2/2 that makes 2 energy. Here I'll take Hexgold Slith, so our curve is looking very good. Really liking where we're at here so far. 22 cards, -3, so that's 19, so definitely have room to cut cards. Thriving Skyclaw is certainly something that can be cut. I wonder how good Party Thrasher is in this type of deck. It's not the best attacker, but it's really good at making sure I find amazing cards to play off the top of my deck. Well, this is an easy card. This is a Lelia. This card is incredible in Cube. We know how good this card is. If you've ever done a Cube draft, Lelia is amazing. Let's grab it and be happy about it. Some really good uncommons here. Signature Slam, Undo Not Master. Flare of Malice is a decent removal effect. And then Polluted Delta is just mana fixing. But yes, we're just going to take Lelia here. Don't have any 3s. That's the 3-drop that we want for our deck. Definitely in a position here to take spell lands here if possible. So I am going to slam Stump Stomp. Stump, I feel, is just significantly better than Legion Leadership. But here's the interesting part, though. Because, you know, you have these other creatures as well. But this does tap for red and white mana. That can't be ignored, right? And it's still a combat trick. So, I mean, that's a legitimate question. Do I want to take Stump, which is just a better card? Or do I take the Legion Leadership because it gives me red and white mana? I'm going to take the Stump, I think. The thing is, as Rabid Bite, this is just a that's a C-level card by itself. So for that reason, I'm going to take it. Here, Fledgling Dragon is just never going to have Threshold, so I don't want to take it here. I think the Thriving Skyclaw is just going to be better in this type of deck. Void Pouncer is not really an option because we're not going to make a lot of colorless mana. So I think I'm just going to take Nyxborn Unicorn as just another good aggressive creature. Now we have another, we have a couple of options here. We have Metastatic Evangel. It allows me to proliferate, so I can make energy, but do I have +1/+1 counters anywhere? Hexgold Slith, I guess. Because we also have the Reckless Pyro Surfer, which is Land Battlecry. And there's also Area Auxiliary, which is 4 mana for a 3/3 support too. I'm just going to keep taking 2s. I think this one has the most upside. Anytime I play a creature, I get an energy. That seems pretty nice. And then if I can find more ways to put +1/+1 counters on things, that also seems really, really strong as well. I'm going to play the Parity Thrasher, even though it might not be best with the game plan that this deck is trying to put together. There's a big difference between looking at 1 and looking at 2 cards, and the fact that this looks at 2, it's got to be worth it. Flare of Duplication, I'm not the big fan of. There's an Inspired Inventor, but I'm going to take Suppression Ray. This card's just amazing. It's a great, great finisher in your energy decks. It taps for white mana, and then you can use whatever energy you have left over and use that to basically tap down your opponent's creatures for 2 turns, because you can put a stun counter on all your opponent's things. We have a ton of creatures and spells already, so spell lands are exactly what we want here. And we can just kind of put it on the right stack here. And now we have this pack. Dog Umbra is an okay removal spell. This is not the type of deck that wants Glimpse the Unthinkable. This is more of an Eldrazi deck. There's a red-white land, and there's Dog Umbra. Those are the 2 cards I'm looking at. I don't think I need another red-white mana fixer or Evolving Wilds type card. I think 1 is exactly how many you want in a 2-color deck. So I will take Dog Umbra. It does help us kill big things if we need. And now we have the choice between Conduit Goblin number 3 or Blood-Soaked Insight as another spell land. I think there's a limit to how many tap lands you probably want to play. We have 3 already and an Evolving Wilds type card, so I don't think I want the Blood-Soaked Insight. So let's go ahead and take the Conduit Goblin as just another solid energy creator. And here I will take Hexgold Slith. And we are not short on good 2-drops, I will say. Ondu Knotmaster is fantastic, but we can't play it, and I guess I'll take Nyxborn Unicorn. I'm wondering how good this card is in red-white specifically. We have lots of 2s. Bestowing is pretty nice, but we have way too many playable cards. Here I will take Inspired Inventor. I don't think I need Unicorn number 4. Another way to generate energy. Another way to generate energy. This one's not my favorite. Double red's pretty hard to cast. I guess I'll take Inventor's Axe. I don't know how good it is in this type of deck. I probably won't play it. Oh, and I mean, the energy archetype was open. The energy archetype was open. I wonder if I should just try to build this deck where basically anything that produces energy I should play, right? Let's just look and see what that looks like here, okay? So this is what we have. And then we can cut a bunch of lands because we have all these spell lands. I guess that one did make energy, huh? Gonna quickly sort this. Alrighty, I think I can probably cut Jolted Awake. I do like all these other spells, so I think I want to try all of them. 2 removal spells, a couple of combat tricks, actually 4 removal spells, and then I want to try the Ironworks. Yeah, maybe we just cut the Unicorns. I like the Kite as just a nice 1-drop that I can equip onto the Hexgold Sliths. And so I think that's good. Maybe we cut the Skyclaws. I have 17 lands, and normally you're supposed to play additional lands here, but our curve is pretty low. And also 17 lands plus a Planecycler seems fine. And I think this is the deck, I guess. All right, let us give this a whirl. See how this does. One nice thing too is that the Metastatic Evangel works well with the Inspired Inventor. All right, now before I head into the draft, I did want to say, if you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, I do have a Patreon channel. Patreon.com/paulcheon is the link. Again, additionally, the link is in the description below, so make sure you check that out. I want to give a special shout out to all the current patrons. Thank you for your support, as it allows me to continue making this content. Okay, Red-White Energy Aggro. Let's see how this does. Okay, can we beat down the opposition? All right, what do we have here? Yeah, I am in for this hand. We have turn 2 Conduit Goblin into turn 3 Lelia with Fanged Flames? Yes. Yes, yes, and yes. Let's keep this. Yeah, definitely playing this. Are we on the draw? If we're on the draw and we draw a land, that does make things a little more interesting. But I really want to play Scurry of Gremlins on turn 4 if I can. Huh. Alright, I'm greedy. I'm greedy. I have 3 lands! We'll probably find a land. Conduit Goblin. And I don't need to give Lelia haste? Oh man. Alright, playing against Dimir. Horrid Shadow Spinner. Okay. That is a nice way for them to trigger all their stuff. Huh. I think maybe I just... Let me see, what is this? Okay, maybe I just kill this now. And here, yeah, I should play this. I should play this. Another one? Okay. So this attacks as a 3/3. All right. Let's beat down. I don't need to use the energy there. I can't play it this turn, but it's okay. Lelia just continues to grow. Now, if they kill the Lelia, then obviously that's unfortunate, but I wanted to be able to double spell that turn, so. Expanding Ooze is not something that I expected here. Okay, what do I want to do here? Probably Dog Umbra attack. See if we hit something. Nice. Alright, and then we play the Metastatic Evangel. Play a land, and pass. I mean, this is an amazing aggressive start for us, right? They went 3-drop, 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 and we've been able to get in for a significant amount of damage. And the Static Prison has been pretty decent too, just because we've had, we're just taking all the energy cards. Now, this doesn't trigger with non-tokens, so it won't trigger with the tokens that come into play, but that's still fine. Next turn, I play Scurry of Gremlins, make 5 energy, and then smack with everything. That should be good enough. Oh, we're gonna see the rare 2/5. There it is. Yeah, let's pay the energy there. And then play Scurry of Gremlins. Let's give everything haste. Let's bite. Yep, this was pretty good. I'm just gonna say. Boom. Oh, and a reiterating bolt for value. All right. Did I mind that draw? No, I did not. I did not mind that draw at all. Okay, 1-0 with Boros Aggro. Let's see if we can get Diamond 3 at the end of this draft. Okay, well this is a much slower hand, but probably still keepable. Like, we have Fanged Flames turn 2, and then Scurry of Gremlins, so yeah, this is... yeah, like I said, a much slower hand. I might just hold on to the Suppression Ray. We just drew mana source number 4, so just don't think that it's a priority to play it right now. Would love to draw a 2-drop, like that one. Although this time it feels like they have a counterspell. You know how just sometimes you just feel like, oh, they don't? All right. Never mind, I was wrong. And I'm all about it. What can they do for blue-blue? Oh, okay. Well, they were on the play, which is very, very big. Nothing from them. The problem here is we didn't get a fast enough start here to punish them. Electrozoa? Okay. That is an interesting addition in your in a blue Eldrazi deck. Like I said, I feel like the suppression rate could be really good in this matchup. We'll see. Oh, Ral. Okay.
Talent like mine deserves respect.
Scurry of Gremlins is the best use of my mana, but I kind of like to use it as a surprise. Wait, if I try to Fanged Flames this... No, that's not... I mean, I guess I just play it? It just feels so bad. It's basically make 2 1/1s and make 2 energy. But I guess I do have the option of pumping stuff later, so... What happens? Does it transform? Okay. Basically, I was wondering if I try to kill this with Fang Flames and they win the flip, does it counter what I'm trying to do? And I believe the answer is yes. Okay, what do I want to do now? So I can go Hexgold Slith. And then that gives me 2 energy. I can give everything haste. And then I can... I can either stump stop the Ral and then save the Fanged Flames, maybe? Alright. I can use the Fang Flames on the Void Pouncer, but we'll see what they do. They have 3 cards still. If we can find more ways to generate energy, that may also be good. Alright, we racing. We not racing anymore. This is not a race I can win. Man. I mean, I can just do the tap stun right now if I want. Alternatively, I can just kill the Void Pouncer and then just play Conduit Goblin. Maybe that's ideal. I mean, they can't have anything for a colorless, right? Oh, do they have the counterspell? No shot. That card's not playable. Okay. All right. So we have 4 energy here. I know I have this Angel of the Ruins, but I don't want to play the Suppression Ray. I do think that this is going to be pretty good. So, you know, hopefully my opponent's plan is to keep things back, and then I can use this Suppression Ray to tap down all their stuff. Oh, Meteoric Mace. Interesting. Into Glaring Fleshraker. Okay. I don't think they're going to attack me. I really don't want them to attack me. Alright, good, 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 good. Okay, so, why don't we do this? Target you. Let's pay 2 energy. Freeze those. Play this. Don't use this. This way, if I draw a land, I can play Angel of the Ruins, exile Meteoric Mace, and then give it haste. Alright, Hexgold Slith is pretty nice here. It's a 2 mana 4/3. They're at 6 life, I have 2 energy. If I find a way to... If I find an energy creator as well, I can just activate Scurry of Gremlins. So that's also pretty nice. This could be an opportunity where they play the 7 mana 7/7 thing. Oh no, they're returning Eldrazi Ravager and then playing it. Does that put them dead? No, not quite. Oh, and a 1-drop. Nice. Land. Land off the top would be great. Yes! Yes! That's an artifact, friends! I'll be removing those 2, thank you very much. I'll be giving that haste, haste, thank you very much. And boom! 2-0! Red, white beats. Alright. The energy deck looking okay. Looking okay for now. Okay. 2-0 with our Boros beatdown deck. We are on the play, and we have spell lands. They're kind of deceiving, but we're keeping this. Certainly going to run out the Rush of Inspiration first, and then we can go turn 2 Metastatic Evangel. Probably going to have to play the Glasswing Grace. Oh, that, you know what's that's interesting, because if I play this turn 2, then I can play a turn 3 Lelia. I wonder if that's better. Oh, never mind. I can just do everything. And this maximizes the aggression. Hydra Trainer, okay. Oh! Reiterating Bolt, that's a good one. Oh well. If they kill the Lelia, I'm kind of out of action, to be honest. So let's hope they don't kill it. Flooded Strand. Okay. Like, Expel the Unworthy would be annoying. That's a fight spell, right? Okay, I guess I'm okay with that. Can I stack this the way that I want? Yes. Energy, Proliferate. And... Decline. Attack. This is actually really interesting. Do I play the Glasswing Grace or not? I will. Because I just feel like if I can play Voltstorm Angel next turn, give it haste, that is incredible, right? And then I can also pump. Yeah, there's just a lot I can do here. Okay. All right. We'll target this. I will certainly target this. And then, sure. All right, they're at 5. We have a Wing It as well, and a Conduit Goblin that we can also give haste. Do they have another removal spell here of some sort? Dog Umbra, okay. So I can actually pump both of these creatures. So Wing It should be able to get it done. I mean, obviously it also just depends on what they have. Deals damage equal to twice the number of creatures you control. Let's just Wing It real quick. Yep. GG! Beatdowns. All right. Conduit Goblin, I'm a believer. Conduit Goblin is nice. This is going to be quick, 3-0. We win fast or lose fast, probably. All right, on the... we draw Lelia turn 3 a lot. I mean, I can't complain. I certainly cannot complain. So I guess I want to lead with... Which 2-drop do I lead with? The Evangel, I guess? Maybe they don't have a 2? Or maybe they feel incentivized to use a removal spell on the Evangel, like a Lava Coil. Eventually, I'll stop calling it Lava Coil. Alright, Smelted Charge Bug. Ooh. Ooh, that's really interesting. I believe I can make a 4/4 this turn, right? I think that might be better than Lelia. Oh wait, no, I can even pump the Evangel, right? In attack. Turn this into a 5/3? Oh, yeah. Basically, I'm getting full value off this Proliferate. And then, if they use the removal spell here, then I can continue getting value here off the Lelia. But then now I kind of have this useless 2/2. So I don't know. It's like, I got to get in for immediate damage right now. I don't know. Oh, this is a great sign for us, though. I mean, we can always play this a little more patiently here with the Lelia. Oh my gosh, what a draw. What a draw. So I will wait on the Lelia. I'm going to go Conduit Pylon. Man, this Evangel is so sick. Okay, I'm glad it doesn't auto-proliferate what they have, because that would be ridiculously dumb. Probably gonna block here. Alright, they're at 9 life. This Evangel has to be answered. And that's the thing, they went 2-drop into 3-drop. So what happens if they just play like a random big creature? They probably have to block the Evangel, and then we just attack. This card is something else. For 2 mana? Man. It's given us 2 counters and 2 energy? No, 2 counters and 1 energy? Something like that? For a 2-drop? It's pretty good. Like, compare this to Royal Cartographer. Alright, there's the Dog Umbra. The thing is, the problem is, the proliferate still happens. I have 4 energy, so yeah, I will do more damage here. Darn. Can't play that. I'm gonna hold on to the Rush of Inspiration, I think. So now I can give the Solstice Zealot haste, and then tap down whatever blocker they have, and they lose. Or I can just attack with everything. Oh, that is literally the card that they can use to get back into this. Absolutely. What did they hit? Nextborn Unicorn? Yeah. Okay. They have 1 mana? I guess it's just better to attack, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Because they have to chump block both of the creatures on the right. Alright, well, just play 2-drop turn 3 Lilia every game. That's I can't even claim skill. I'm just drawing Lilia every game. Granted, that time it wasn't really the Lilia that won me the game. It was really the turn 2 Evangel into the Apprentice. All right, things are rolling here for us. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this. I will play the Stomp here. Just the way that things sequence out, I already have a removal spell in the Fanged Flames. So I do think I want the red source here so that I can go turn 2 Hexgold Slith into turn 3 Phyrexian Ironworks. It's not ideal, right? You obviously want to keep this if you can, but... What? Come on. Come on. That is so ridiculous. Now, they do have 2 mana, though. I mean, I'll play it, see what they do. Okay. We have a 3-2 and a 3-3. What do you got? Probably a removal spell for Lilia, would be my guess. Yep. That's fine. We go Phyrexian Ironworks, and then we can make a 3-3. I can do it only as a sorcery, so do need to be mindful of that. Decline. Great way to utilize energy. And certainly going to play this, because I want to be able to play Voltstorm Angel if possible, and then I can cast Wing It plus Fanged Flames next turn as well. Yeah, Hexgold Slith on the play can be pretty silly. Serum Visionary, definitely good, but worse than I thought it would be, I will say. Probably going to chump Hexgold Slith, yep. Then we can play the Charge Bug and just make another 3-3. Yep. More value. Look at this board. Wither and Bloom. No. Yeah. We just had it all. We've been drawing so ridiculously with this deck. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes you just draw it all. So, You know how you recognize the times where you get unlucky, right? Everybody does. It's a bad beat. I can't believe it. I didn't draw my lands. Whatever. I'm going to say the opposite. I've been getting very lucky. I've been drawing extremely well. We've been curving out. And this is exactly kind of how you want your red-white aggressive decks to play out. Alrighty. Okay, this hand looks a lot more fair. This is what your average red-white hand is going to look like. I'm still going to keep it here. Got turn 1 Rush of... And we're on the draw too, so the hand is, I guess, even worse. I think Suppression Ray is probably more upside. So let's go ahead and... Normal start here. Might even actually play it as a land. We'll see. Molten Gatekeeper, okay. Curious what I should do with this. Do I want 3 energy? I feel like a 3/3 is pretty good here, though. Yeah, let's just make a 3/3. It's not exciting by any means, but just based on the board that we have currently, this feels correct. Okay. Huh. The question is, do I want to just kill something now? And then just attack with both, just for maximum damage? Yeah. I'm saving my energy for now, but that might be a mistake. So we'll see what happens here. I just wanted to get in for... I just think if I have 4 mana available and attack with the 3/3, I just doubt that the double block happens, so I think it was just kind of greedy. So I think it's better to be proactive and sneak in an extra point of damage. That being said, I feel like I have other ways to use my energy, so I'm trying to be somewhat conservative. Certainly, if I don't play a creature next turn, the menace effect is definitely better. Let's see what they do here. Maybe they make a 1/1 token just because they're kind of... Oh no, they're going 3 energy. And they took 3? This is a bold maneuver. Oh, okay, never mind. Reiterating Bolt, you get to see it here now. There you go. Yeah, reiterating Bolt being amazing here. Wow. That was ridiculous. I need a creature. Oh man, this is kind of brutal. I guess I just want to keep this back for now. I don't think I want to play Suppression Ray just yet, but man, reiterating Bolt killing 2 things, oof, that is tough to beat. But we will at least be able to block 1 thing. Oh, jeez. With Molten Gatekeeper, can you imagine if they had 1 more land in play and unearthed this? Okay. Might not be winning this one here. Huh, that's interesting. I guess I want that. Man, these Molten Gatekeepers can just randomly burn me out, though. Yeah, it's definitely happening. Oh, God. Yep. Are they going to unearth the other one, too? Yep. Oh, my gosh. So if I mean, we're super dead. All right, I'm just gonna. We're at 5. They're at 12. We have the angel. Even if they just play a creature, we're dead. All right, red white burn got me. Spawn Gain Commander is amazing, even if you're not necessarily Eldrazi. And with the 3 mana 2/3, they got us. So the reiterating bolt though was tremendous. Okay, 5 and 1. It's okay. We're gonna be on the play. Turn 3 Lelia. Let's go. This was not the game plan that we rehearsed when we built this deck. Ooh, playing against the mythic player. I will admittedly, in these formats, I am not starting out high because usually once I'm done with a set, I just don't play ranked that much anymore until the next set comes out. So I'll usually start when a set comes out in Plat 4 because that's what the reset rank is. And then we just work our way up. We'll get there though. This hand needs a red source. The question is, do I lead with Mandibular Kite? Or do I just play this and get the red source? I'm going to lead with... I think this is going to get in for a significant enough amount of damage where I'm going to go with it. We can always draw a red source. Like a champ! Now which one do I play? Probably this. Alright, you know, it was gonna happen. Of course it's against the mythic player. We were eventually gonna run into the player that has the stupid counterspell. I feel like I have to kill that. Just not... as much as I want to get value, I feel like that one just has to die. Let's go ahead and get just a plains with this and attack. Kind of want to hold off on the Scurry of Gremlins until I can get some more creatures in play, but my mana situation here is awkward. Oh, Path of... They're on the play and they mana leaked us into this. I think it's going to be very, very difficult for us to win from this spot. But I will try. Alright, they're at 15, but they're going to play something big here. I can play this and have 5 energy? Jesus. I mean, this is just Eldrazi doing Eldrazi things, right? It's just like, there's just, I mean, what can I even do? What can I even do? I kind of want to get them out of nowhere. So we'll see what they do. This gives me 2 tokens, so 12 energy, 4, 5, 6, 12 energy. Maybe that's good enough. 12 energy means 3 creatures. I can give 3x haste. So +3/+1 in haste. I don't think it's going to be enough. This card's just broken. Oh no, they're gonna emerge the 5/5 tapper thing. That's not ideal. Oh, it's Fang Flames, okay. What do? They tap something? Okay. Oh, that did prevent me from getting enough energy to have lethal, maybe? Let's see if... whatever. I'm dead next turn, so I'm just gonna do this. This is 14 damage. Whoa! That was crazy! Scurry of Gremlins out of nowhere for the win. Oh my gosh. I mean, they just had like the ideal Eldrazi start. I honestly, I mean, I could have been doing the math, but I am glad that we sandbagged the Scurry of Gremlins and killed them out of nowhere. That was incredible. Just enough damage. Wow. Maybe they just should have attacked with the 5/5. I don't know. Oh man, we keep playing against all these Mythic players. We must have a high elo relative to our ranking. I don't really know how it works, but we're Diamond 4, but we have been winning a lot, so maybe that is also doing its part. I don't see Lelia, but it's okay. We can go turn 2 Conduit Goblin into Inspired Inventor. Oh my gosh, what the oh my gosh! I just played the wrong land! Oh my god! That is literally backbreaking! Oh my gosh. That is unreal. Wow, that's horrible. That is so bad. That is so unbelievably bad. Oh my... I mean, it just compounds over time. I should have had a 2-drop, and they didn't have a 2-drop, and I was on the play. That is really upsetting. How do I even do that? It's a joke. They should be dead. Oh, I messed up again. Okay, I am on full-blown tilt. I am on full-blown tilt. I apologize. Like, I could have just given my Charge Bug haste and gotten for 2 more days. Like, this is embarrassing. But the thing is, Scurry of Gremlins might still be good enough. We'll see. Oh my gosh, I am... Oh. I disgust myself. I disgust myself. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20. I mean, this is like super lethal. And this says Menace. I could have actually spent an extra energy to pump one of my other things, but... Oh. This is me on tilt. This is me on tilt. Absolutely, it's me on tilt. So if they block this, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, If they don't block with this, they die. They die. So they have to block 2 things. So I think I'm going to keep the energy around just because I can use this ability next turn. Right? And I'm still pretty wide. And this way, if I draw a combat trick, or if I draw another creature, I can give it haste, even through a sweeper. They could have gone down to 3. They should just be dead, to be honest. They should just be dead. So let's hope they don't have a... Yeah, that is... Well, that's also good. Oh my gosh. Okay. Sure. They're just dead here. Don't need to do that. I would like to give you Menace. Let's activate. Scurry of Gremlins is something else. Oh my gosh. Like, this is why you take all the energy cards. Because you can just kill people out of nowhere. Oh, I'm glad that mistake did not cost us. I just played that game so badly. But just want to let you know, misclicks happen. And I am also guilty of it. And I was so on tilt, I didn't realize that was for the trophy. So here we have it. That is trophy number 3 in 4 drafts. And we did it without drafting Eldrazi. Boom. And this deck was great. This deck was absolutely fantastic. I really, really liked how this played out. These 2-mana, Conduit Goblins were great. The Scurry of Gremlins was incredible. Inspired Inventor was just fine in a lot of instances. Like, it's flexible, but it's not busted. So I don't know if I'm going to... I feel like if given the choice between the Inventor and the Conduit Goblin, I'm just like always taking the Goblin. I'm curious what I should take between the Smelted Charge Bug and the Inspired Inventor. But for example, if I'm aggressive, I'm probably taking Hexgold Slith over the Inspired Inventor, even though this gives you a lot of value. But I'm not sure. Maybe I need to play the format just a little bit more to figure it out. I really wanted to play with the card Party Thrasher, but never got the opportunity to, sadly. Metastatic Evangel is fantastic. It does work well with the Inspired Inventor, work with the Lelia. It works with the Airy Arrow. We didn't have any copies of it, but the 4-mana 3/3 flyer that supports 2. So I think this card is also a pretty high pick, but we had a really nice curve. Look at this. 8 2-drops, a 1-drop. We had Lelia, which we drew often. Scurry of Gremlins was our absolute MVP. It just won us a ton of games against the Eldrazi decks. We were able to kill people before they stabilized, and we had the right number of interaction, and we just drew really well. Also, the spell lands were phenomenal. It allowed us to, Stomp, Suppression Rate, Glasswing Grace all could have done very relevant things over the course of a game. So yeah, I think you've seen me draft a deck in the past where I thought I had a good deck, but I just got run over by Boros Energy. So I feel like, so far, the 2 best archetypes, and I've been talking a little bit with LSV as well, and the LR guys, it feels like Teamer Eldrazi and Dedicated Energy seem to be some of the top performers right now. We still have a lot more time to learn the format. We still need to adapt and all that stuff, but that's what it feels like to me. You either go over the top with Eldrazi or you go under them with red-white, possibly green-white. I feel like black-white might be a little bit too slow, but we'll see. Time will tell, right? Maybe draft is self-correcting where everybody drafts Eldrazi, so Eldrazi gets worse, and then everybody starts drafting aggro to beat Eldrazi. But then what happens? Well, then the mid-range decks actually do well against the aggro decks that right now are losing to the Eldrazi decks. So maybe it's self-correcting, but right now, I feel like these are kind of the 2 archetypes that I'm at least looking to be, week 1 of the format that is Modern Horizons 3. But another trophy, and very happy to take it down another rank into Diamond 3. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Feel free to hit the like or subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed the content and wanted to support the channel in another way, I do have a Patreon channel. The link to the Patreon is in the description below. It's patreon.com/paulcheon. Additionally, this video is sponsored by HeavyPlay. Go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first purchase. HeavyPlay.com is the place to go to for premium Magic the Gathering accessories and products like deck boxes, sleeves, playmats, etc. So make sure you check them out. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.